What's going on, YouTube? This is your man DJ the Wealth Investor. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I'll be talking about personal finance, personal development, as well as real estate and all things related to wealth accumulation. Not just money, that is, but real wealth accumulation, which is really just empowerment and self-development and really just manifesting the life that we all deserve and should have. So without further ado, I do want to get into some disclaimers. The content that I'll be talking about today is for informational purposes only. Please do your own and further research on any of these topics that I'll be discussing. I'm really just sharing these things because this is either topics that have either made me money or saved me time, and I hope it can do the same for you. So without further ado, let's get into today's topic, which is about house hacking. All right, house hacking is the process of living in one unit and renting out the other. This is extremely popular real estate investment strategy that I have used more than once, and I love it. So these are just a few things to think about when you are interested in house hacking that I have right here up on the screen. So one of the first things I would say to consider will be location. You want to make sure that you choose a property that is located in a desirable area, and some things to think about will be like the school district as well as the crime rate, in transportation, shopping, entertainment, just making sure that everything that's in the vicinity is good, for your investment property that you'll be having in your portfolio. If this is your first property and you are living in it, I would also suggest that you want to make sure that this is a property that you want to hold for long term. Typically when I do property investments, I'm looking at holding a property for at least 5 to 10 years, unless I'm trading it up for something larger or something to that nature. So location is going to be a really big one. Making sure that the property that you're thinking about living in, as well as house hacking for your first property, is one that makes sense. Another thing to think about will be the property type. With house hacking, according to the laws, you can live in a residential property up to 4 units. So that's a quadplex, a triplex, duplex, or even a single family house. I have done this with duplexes as well as townhouses, and that's worked very well for me. In fact, the 2 townhouses I owned, I have house hacked. So I would say that the property type is going to be extremely important. There are some properties that will cash flow a little bit better than others, depending on like the location as well as the walk score, which is really just the vicinity that things are located in. That makes the property more desirable to tenants. So property type is going to be a big one. Another one would be financing. So financing, you want to be able to consider like how you're going to finance this loan. I did a video that I'll probably post right here that talks more about the options that you have available to you. 2 of them here that I have listed, or a few of them here I have listed, will be FHA, VA loans, as well as conventional and private financing. So knowing how you're going to finance the deal is going to be extremely important. Another one I would say is your rentability. So you want to make sure that the property you choose has rental units that are in high demand and easy to rent out to tenants. So this is going to be important when acquiring your first property. You want to make sure that you do the due diligence up front to make sure that that property will get the rents that you believe you should be able to get in that area. That comes with talking to a knowledgeable real estate agent, as well as maybe even calling some of the properties that are listed for rent in the area, just to get an idea of what they are renting for, and add that into your analysis when looking at the deal to see if it's profitable. Again, I have another video that talks about how to analyze real estate investments that I'll probably put right here. And if I can, I don't know how many links I can get in this video, but just check out my Investing for Beginners series if you are interested in how to analyze a real estate deal and understanding like the rents and some suggestions and tips on that. Another thing will be rental income, just in general. So just understanding um, the analysis aspect that I talked about before of the rental income and how much cash flow you will have after you subtract out like the mortgage payments, the taxes, insurance, and other expenses like miscellaneous, etc. That's going to be huge, crucial for your success with house hacking for the first time. Another thing I would say to mention would be property management. So I personally managed all my properties myself. I don't think that it's profitable to have a property manager until you get to a certain level of properties. So just something to keep in mind. I mean, not everyone is meant to be a property manager, and that's fine. You don't have to be a property manager and invest in real estate. That's a certain amount of money that you can just put off to the side to get someone else to manage them for you. Typically, the property management fee is about 10% that the property manager will get on the gross rent. So if you're charging, let's just say $2,000 for rent on a duplex, so $1,000 per unit. Oh, well, if we're house hacking, it's $1,000. So $1,000 for the unit that you are house hacking, then they will get $100 of that. So that's going to be your 10%. Also, a big myth, in my opinion or in my experience, that I've seen with house hacking is you deal with tenants on a daily basis. In fact, the tenants that I have lived next to while I was house hacking, I hardly hear from them. Like hardly hear from them or see them. But honestly, in my opinion or in my experience, I hardly ever hear from them unless there's something major, like a major repair, etc. But they're not calling me to like change a light bulb just because I'm next door. So that's a good myth that I would say you could probably throw out the window when house hacking. And honestly, I think that it's a great, great, great experience for anyone who is interested, because house hacking can really save you time. It can alleviate a lot of that debt when you're first beginning to get into real estate investing. Because when real estate investing, you're gonna need a lot of money down, or I should say at least 20%, which is a lot of money down for many people. And I know myself, when I started, I didn't have 20% down in my bank account, I would say. So I used money from my 401k to purchase the property, as well as other resources that were available to me at that time. But starting out house hacking is a great, great option because you alleviate a lot of your upfront rental costs, which in many of our cases is going to be our most expensive expense on a monthly basis, which is what you pay to live, your rent or your mortgage, whatever it may be. So alleviating that by being able to live for free or living close to free by having a tenant pay you money into the other, pay money towards your mortgage as well as other expenses for your living is going to be a great resource. So definitely tap in, definitely do your due diligence when looking into house hacking. But these are 6 quick tips and quick things to think about when you are house hacking for beginners. So if you found any value in this content, please like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment below if you have tried house hacking, or if you are interested and would like further information. Again, check out my other videos that I have posted regarding investing for beginners, where I talk about many different things and many different resources that are available to beginner investors. So again, thanks for watching my YouTube channel. I appreciate it, and I'll check you on the next one. Peace and love.